The social media company on the move this morning after launching a paid ad-free subscription tier to Facebook and to Instagram in the EU. The service will be offered for around $13 on phone apps, $10 for the web platform. Now, the tier is meant to address concerns around Meta's ad targeting and also data collection practices. We talked about the fact of when this was reportedly going to be the case. So now officially Meta coming out and saying that they are doing this. They're doing it because of the crackdown that we saw in the EU over user privacy data and exactly what needs to happen from these social media giants to better protect their user data. It's very important to point out that Meta is going to continue to offer those ad-supported services in these markets without an additional charge. You'll just have to opt in for that. In terms of how many people are going to be subscribing to these ad-free subscriptions, I don't know about that. I mean, that's a heck of a lot of money on a monthly basis in order to avoid ads and not share your data. But we know many users are extremely concerned about the access that some of these social media giants have to their data. So maybe this is a smart move from Meta. I think it is.
This is going to be a major shift that Meta has to be able to prove to millions, billions of users who have come accustomed to a free platform, a free experience where they can go into this, and dare I'll say it, a metaverse, if you will, because why? It's a universe that's on top of what you're already living in within your normal realm. So all of that considered here, what they've been able to offer for so long for free, because advertisers have essentially subsidized the ability through large multi-billion-dollar ad campaigns in some cases, in the ability for end users to become accustomed to a free platform and perhaps, buy in or transact on the marketplace or on Instagram, for instance, just have to get served up a few ads from influencers or other companies who had started running ads. At the end of the day, for those end users, they're going to have to see something that is valuable enough for them, or at least on the other side of that frame of mind too, something that is so annoying in the amount of ads that you see that you say, I've got to make it stop. And that's the other side of it. Are you just going to annoy people out of the experience? Or are you going to annoy them so much so that they say, well, there's value in the platform and me still being there and having a presence here, but I don't want to see all these ads, so I'll just pay to not see them.
Yeah, but you also have to take into account what this means for Meta's revenue, right? When we come to found how this is a major revenue source here for the company, if they lose the ability then to personalize the ads, they're not able to best target some of their users unless they're opting in for the ad portion of this. It could have real financial implications when you talk about the potential here for this to expand and what that crackdown looks like across the world.
Well, because of the iOS changes as well, they've already lost out on certain data points that they can advertise based on top of, so they're not able to create that same indexing that they were able to provide to so many of the marketers, the advertisers that were coming to them for that granularity that they could get. So now, what's the other side of that? Okay, well, we've got to offset what we're losing in some of those advertising campaigns by making sure that it's being paid, or at least the experience is being paid for by some of the other users that are on the platform, whatever percentage of it, because I imagine they've run the calculus before launching something like that, as any business does. But in that effort, I think making sure that that offsets enough not to deter people from wanting to continue to come back, and advertisers recognizing that there's enough of a pool of clients that they could potentially market to.
Yeah, well, EU users now, when it comes to Meta and Facebook, they have the option here, an ad-free version or an ad-supported version as well, which of course would be free.